Hey guys, so this is some tips and advice for pregnant people or people who have newborn babies or are thinking about getting pregnant. When I got pregnant, I read every pregnancy book that is out there. And I read websites, I joined emails, and I feel like all of the books kind of gave you the same advice and FYIs, but they were all very like proper and medical. And I always wished that there was a book that just kind of like told you like it is. I think the only book that I found that was really like that is called Belly Laughs by Jenny McCarthy. And it's actually really funny. So if you guys, it's a really quick read too. So I just thought I would share some things with you. Just a disclaimer, you are going to get so much unsolicited advice from people, from their moms, from their grandmas. Everyone is going to have something to tell you or say to you or tell you how to do. And I'm just going to tell you this. Take everything that people tell you with a grain of salt, because every baby is different. Every mom is different. Every family dynamic is different. Every situation is different. So what worked for, you know, this person might not work for that person, and what works for you might not work for that person. So, and of course, all of these things, it doesn't happen to everybody. You might have a couple of these things happen. You might have none. You might have things that happen that never happened to me. The first section I'll talk about is pregnancy. There are so many changes that happen to your body that no one really warned me about, and I wasn't sure if it was because I was pregnant or just because, you know, something was changing. But the first thing I'll talk about is boobs. I know everyone says that your boobs become enormous, and it does for some people. I mean, I had friends who went from B's to double D's. I didn't change really for any of my kids. I mean, it got a little bit bigger, but not that much. But all of the books say, oh, your areolas will slightly darken and your nipples will slightly enlarge. I don't know if they know what slightly means, because there is no slightly about it. Okay, you go from like nipple like this to like the areola, sorry, like this to like bam, like a mini pancake. And I'm always like, it's like total National Geographic. Like if you were to like lean over and show your boobs, like half your boob would be nipple. And then the actual like nipple part goes from like Tic Tac to Gobstopper. And I just remember like being like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And one of my best friends, I forget where we went. We were at a hotel, we went away for a while. And I was like, oh my gosh, you will not believe my nipples. And I just like flashed her, and she was like, because people tell you that there's changes, but I feel like most people are pretty private. I'm not. I'm really open about anything and everything, so you can ask me any question, I'll tell you. So that's the first thing. The second thing is skin changes. I didn't have much acne in high school, but when I got pregnant with my first kid, I got really bad acne everywhere. And they weren't just like little zits, it was like deep underground zits. So I got acne, and what else happened? I got a lot of moles. I got a lot of like beauty mark moles. I got a lot of kind of like discoloration in places. You get furry, like your chest area and your belly. Some people, their arms and their back. And I don't know if it's because your body is trying to like incubate the baby and keep it warm or something, but people get furrier. And like even your fingers can get furrier. Okay, so the next thing is stretch marks. I expected stretch marks on my belly, so every day I actually sprayed the belly oil. I slapped on the thickest, you know, cocoa butteriest stuff on my stomach all the time, because I was so self-conscious of getting, well, terrified of getting stretch marks. And I didn't get any on my stomach, and I actually didn't show till I was about 7 months in my first pregnancy. And I put cocoa butter on every day. No stretch marks. 7.5 months go by, 8 months go by, 8.5 months. And one day I'm like getting out of the shower, and I'm like looking in the mirror, you know, and I was like, whoa, what is that? And it looked like a little baby kitten, or like a whole pack of kittens took their little nails and like scratched my butt. Like my whole butt was like covered in these little tiny red scratch marks. And they were stretch marks, and I never thought of putting lotion on my butt. If someone had told me, I would have. But my butt grew so much that it like basically like exploded, and it could not my skin could not contain my butt, so it stretched out. It got stretch marks all over my butt. And then the other place I got it was my inner thighs, and they're still purple today. I don't know why they haven't faded yet, but those are the places that I didn't think of to put cocoa butter or lotion or cream or oil on. So just FYI, I didn't get any on my stomach, but now they're on my butt and legs. So it's just kind of like, at least, I don't know, at least it wasn't everywhere. I'm lactose intolerant. I wasn't until I was in my early 20s, and it's become pretty bad. Like, I can't have anything with cheese or anything in it. But when I became pregnant, my lactose intolerance went away, and I could have any dairy product without it upsetting my stomach. So I had like ice cream every day, ate cheese, ate yogurt, and I swear the minute that baby popped out, I was lactose intolerant again. So again, I don't know if this happens to everyone, but it happened to me.